Caleb Donovan, WQFL Sports. I don't know if you noticed, but I came in with a pretty hot girl on my right arm. I'm also wearing Superman underpants. This week on Picks on the Pew, I will be interviewing the same shitheads as last week. Later in the show, Chuck Cecil will be joining us live from Jet Stadium, where he will be covering the Monday Night Football game against the Purple Piranhas. And now to the panel. Out of a strange curiosity, who wins the game between the Giants and the Texans in Texas?
The Giants. They have to win. They need to win. They need to run the ball, give them out the ball. When Ahmad gets tired, put in Jacobs, and run the ball right down the middle. If he will do that and not tiptoe to the outside like he usually does.
He's tiptoeing.
You think he's tiptoeing?
He's a ballerina dancer.
That's what he's been doing the past couple of weeks. I think our defense is too good right now. I mean, they finally bought into the system, Perry Fuel, and they're going to come in. They're going to play hard. They're going to get some sacks. If they're not getting sacks, they're at least hitting shots. So put some pressure on them, make them throw some erratic throws. Have Antrell roll back there, picking them off. Be good.
I think Antrell Roll is due for a big game. I think he, like you said, they're actually starting to buy into the system. And I think he was outspoken the first few weeks about things. I think Coughlin's going to have a talk with him again, get everything smoothed out. I think he's going to step up. I think he's going to have a big game. He's going to have like 2 picks. No question about it.
You got to remember that the Texans have one of the top rushing offenses in the league. It's not about just passing anymore. So they're not going to rely on the passing game to get them down the field anymore. I mean, Arian Foster came in the second quarter and busted out 172 yards. I mean, this rushing offense is for real. Their offensive line is for real. I mean, their passing game is for real. Number 2 offense in the league. The Giants have to step up on defense and show that they can do what they did last week, that it wasn't a fluke. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let's be honest here. This is the Houston Texans, 3-1. This is a 500 team. They're not going to win another game. I like the Giants.
The Texans are 32nd in the league in total defense. 32nd.
Mm-hmm. But they counter with the number 2 offense. That's the Peyton Manning thing.
Defense wins championships.
Not the Peyton Manning thing.
Yeah, it was just a regular game. But.
This is week 5.
This is the Giants' MO, though. This is what they do. They did it 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl. They stumble a little bit. People start counting them out, underrating them, talking about Coughlin losing the team. They proved last week that they bought into Coughlin. They're going to do it again this week. They're going to go on a run. Nobody in the NFC East has distinguished themselves yet. It's ripe for the taking. The Giants, this is it. They're going on a run. They're going to win the next 4 or 5 games.
I hope so.
God bless them if they do.
They love to hate. They love when people hate them. So they play better during that time.
The 4:15 game, Mark. You have the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Tennessee Titans. Who's your pick?
I'm a Titans fan. I'm going to have to go with Titans.
How did you become a Titans fan? Who's a Titans fan?
He was dropped in his head at birth.
Apparently.
I was.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's happened. That's why I'm a Titans fan. But little tidbit here. Titans haven't lost to an NFC team since 2007.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Another little tidbit, the last NFC team they lost to was the Cowboys, but we don't have to get into that.
I got a fun fact for you to counter that. In the last 21 games, Cowboys have allowed 1 100-yard rusher. Chris Johnson is a fantastic running back, but not against his defense. His defense plays phenomenal every week. That's what keeps him in these games. Hopefully the Cowboys will start running this week. If not, I mean, I don't think the Titans' defense can hold up with that passing offense.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the Titans' defense is leading the league in sacks. Even with the 9-sack, 10-sack performance of the Giants, they're still number 1 in the NFL with sacks. They're silently stopping people, but Vince Young needs to throw it deep to Kenny Britt. Justin Gage is out. Nate Washington needs to start catching the ball. And Chris Johnson is looking to explode. He's looking for a 200-yard game.
They're too one-dimensional. They rank in the bottom of the league as far as passing goes. Vince Young hasn't done anything since 2004 when he won a championship. Rose Bowl. Guy's a scrub. He's a scrub.
The Titans' defense is a paper tiger. It relies on that rough, chippy, cheap tactics. That's not going to work against the Cowboys like it did against the Giants. and especially not at home. There's going to be 100,000 screaming idiots in that stadium, like Nino.
Respect us.
That's why they're going to win, because they're all idiots in that stadium.
Yeah.
They'll probably be booing Romo as soon as he messes up, starts crying on the field.
He's not going to mess up.
If it's a close game, Romo's going to blow the game.
It's only in a big spot. I mean, this is
MO.
the Cowboys also need to win this game. The Cowboys.
Do or die
Titans
this
need to win
week.
it too.
Do or
Both
die
teams
this
need to
week.
win.
Everyone's playing a need-to-win football. We're a quarter of the way through the
Yeah.
season. Everybody's got to win.
That's true.
The only
We're
way
separating the packs.
the only way the
Chiefs, though.
Titans have a fighting
They're not
chance
going.
is if Kerry Collins gets into that game. It's the only way I see them doing
You
it.
sure about that?
Not at all.
And we now interrupt this conversation to go live to Jet Stadium. Chuck?
Oh shit, Jeremiah, we're live? Why didn't you tell me? Hey Phil, Chuck Cecil here, coming live from the new Meadowlands Stadium. We just got in, and our flight was pretty good, but the ride in was scary as shit. We almost died 3 times and got cut off by 2 Mexican bus drivers. What kind of world is this? We even lost our little sound guy, Juan Pablo. He popped out of the back of the trunk. God rest his soul.
Wow, that sounds horrible. Anything on the game by any chance?
You want me to talk about what game? Oh, right, the Monday night game, Minnesota at New York Jets. The Jets are on a roll, let's be real, people. They're hot right now. And the Vikings, they don't look too good. They're shaky with their 45-year-old quarterback in Brett Favre. But let's get one thing straight, people. The Vikings are coming Monday night for a W. The Jets, I've had enough of their shit. Their fans talk shit, their coach talks shit, their team talks shit, and they're nothing but garbage. Garbage. I'm tired of the Jets, I'm tired of the way they play. Randy Moss is in town, people. Randy Moss. Now let's get this straight too. Randy Moss is the best deep route runner in all of the NFL. And who throws a better long ball than Brett Favre? Nobody. Big problems for Revis and the Jets. Revis, that money-hungry Jew, is finally back and about to go back on the injured reserve list thanks to Randy Moss. Vikings win 31-13. Put that in your crack pipe and smoke it, Phil.
Okay. Any last words before the show gets canceled?
Well, whoopity-doo, bing bong, and ding dong majumdar, we're coming at you, all right? Don't talk more shit. And Pete Trost, check this. I'm coming for you, and I've had enough of your shit.
That was Chuck Cecil in the field. And now back to the panel. 49ers versus the Eagles. How do you feel about it?
The Niners and the Eagles in San Francisco. I'm going with the 49ers on this one. There's no way those balls are going to go 0-5. But more importantly, they've got 3 easy games coming up after this. They have the Raiders, then they have the Panthers, then they have the Broncos. Those are all winnable games. Those are all beatable teams. They can get back to 4-4, but they have to start with this game, and it's not going to be lost on Mike Singletary. He's going to have them ready to play. The Eagles are reeling at the moment. Vic is out. Kevin Cobb can't throw the ball in the ocean. If I was Andy Reid, 2 weeks ago he was talking about having 2 starting quarterbacks. This week he's looking for oxys under the couch. Andy Reid is in trouble. The Eagles are in trouble.
I agree with you. Absolutely. Ever since Michael Vick went down, the Eagles don't stand a chance. I mean, they can try to throw it deep to Deshaun Jackson. They can get jammed at the line. Their defense is okay. They're not really going to stop anybody with a good, decent offense. But I think that the 49ers have enough offensive weapons, and Vernon Davis just by himself to pull this one out.
I'm going to be the asshole that goes with the Eagles, and I'm going to say this for one reason.
You and everybody else in Philadelphia.
Andy Reid has said there's a new starting quarterback, or Donovan McNabb is the starting quarterback. A couple weeks later, there's a new starting quarterback. McNabb's on a different team. Start off the season, Kevin Cobb's starting quarterback. He gets injured, Mike Vick comes in, he's doing great. This week, Mike Vick's the starting quarterback when he returns. Kevin Cobb's going to have a hell of a game, and Andy Reid's going to have another decision to make where he has to choose a starting quarterback.
You're right. You are the asshole. And I want to say to everybody out there, fuck Philadelphia and fuck the Philadelphia fans.
Absolutely.
Also, the 49ers
I could
offense,
disagree.
49ers offense is terrible. And against that Saints game, they scored once offensively.
But they
That
were
was
in it the whole entire time.
They're in it. Yes, they were in it, but they lost.
They're playing at home.
I mean, you got
The spread's 3.5, I think.
3.5. LaShawn McCoy has cracked ribs. He's questionable. Ashanti Samuel's out this week.
That's the other
huge.
thing.
That's
Samuels
huge.
is out.
I mean, you got Vic out. That was their offense. The reason why they're top 10 in anything right now is because of Vic.
Absolutely.
You put Colbin, they're bottom 15.
I think Kolb's going to have a big game.
I think you're smoking crack.
400 yards.
Yeah.
400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
What goes on behind stages for behind stage.
I know.